the Esmeric Art Studio. Today I'm going to do a background, and it's a really quick and easy background. It's great for art journals, to use on canvases, and even for greeting cards. So when you're in a hurry and you quickly need a background, I think this is one of the ways to go. When it comes to supplies for this background, you're not really going to need a lot. You're going to need some washi tape, and the only reason why I have this many, I have 2 boxes full of these, is Michaels were having a sale on all their washi tapes, and I just picked up one of each that was there. And next you're going to need is going to be gesso, and if you don't have gesso you can also use white paint, it really doesn't matter, and a stamp or 2, as well as some Stazon ink. And the reason why I'm using or going to use the Stazon ink is just because, excuse me, when you want to paint over that, the Stazon ink you will be able to. If you use another one you might not be able to, and then we're going to need a paintbrush. So let's get started. You are more than welcome to plan this out, so you can have a look at your washi tapes that you do have, and you can plan how you would like to do that. If not, you can just start from one side and just put them down. I'm going to work in sort of straight lines, but then again I can't do a straight line, so let me put it this way, I'm going to work horizontally, and I'm just covering it right through the over my journal. I just want to do this but I can use the same one twice, it doesn't really matter. And again, as I said, I'm just picking up, I will more or less look at colors, but I don't want to be too fussy either. This is the one thing that sometimes gets to me, is to find the beginning of it. I try to start more or less from the one end towards the other end. You can cut it down if you would like to, so that you have a straight edge, or you can just go ahead and you can just tear it. Personally, I don't mind to tear it. Oh, this is a good idea. Really go there before you move over to the next one, if you do have a double spread like this. So I'm quickly going to fill up the rest of the pages. Started a little Rolodex some time back, where when I work on backgrounds I actually make the background and I use it or on a Rolodex card, and then I just write it at the back. And the reason why I've started this was, some days, I don't know if you are the same, you just can't think of anything that you want to do, and I find, although there is not a lot here, if I just page through these ones, it gives me either I can use one of these or I can use more ideas. So I was just thinking I can add to this by quickly doing exactly the same on this little card that I'm going to do on the journal page. For the next step, I'm using gesso as well as a paintbrush, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over this at no random order. This one keeps on coming loose. I wonder if I was just I think some of the glue is dry on some of these because I have them for quite some time. So let me just pop in some glue there and just stuck that little one down. And you can give this a full coverage if you want to, or you can just go crisscross around it. It's however you feel or would like to have the light that you want it to be. I think for me personally, I'm just going to go like a little bit of a crisscross over. I'll pick some of that up and bring it over here. And you still would like to see the washi tape through the gesso or the white paint if you are using white paint. When I started, I did say, you know, you don't really need to look at your colors, but once I started, I've decided, no, I think I would more or less have colors that is matching up. But again, it can look nice as well. Oh, and see what's happening there. Yeah, I think some of this tape is old. But I think what I'll do is once the gesso is dry, I will just come in with my glue stick and I will just glue down all the ones that is standing up, or some of them. And yeah, I think this looks good for now. I'm just getting some gesso there on the page as well. And you know, cover some areas with a thicker white than the others. Just literally sitting and playing until you think, oh, you know what, this is what I like about this, or this looks good for me. The gesso is dry, and currently I don't really know what I'm going to do with this background, because I usually prepare some backgrounds in advance. But what I am going to do is I'm just going to add some more interest here, and I'm loading a script stamp that I have with some of the Stazon black ink. And I'm just going to stamp it randomly. It's not going to be making a difference if it doesn't come out fully. So see, some of this didn't come out. I don't care for that at the moment, because I know I'm going to add some additional things here at a later stage. But for now, I'm just going to go on and randomly put my stamp down. Want to, you can come in with different stamps. You don't necessarily have to use the same stamp all the time. So think about, you know, just composition wise what you would like to have. So yeah, this is the background. It's, as I said, it's fairly quick and easy. What you can do as well is on these spots where there is no washi tape, you can actually come in and just add some markings, and it doesn't really matter what you do, just to add some extra interest to that. And that one you can maybe just go over like that. So you can do little lines like that. Everything that you do is just going to add some interest to your background. When it comes to creating cards, I've done exactly the same. I've added some of the washi tape on both of these. For this one, I did add a layer of the gesso. This one, I just left it as is. So it really doesn't matter. You don't necessarily have to put the gesso on. And as for embellishments, I mean, from here you can go as lavish as what you want, or you can sort of stay minimalistic, if that's the word. And So this one has Paris, and I'm just going to add the Eiffel Tower on here. And this is a die cut that I've used from Tim Holtz. It's one of his older ones. I think there's a new one out. I don't always keep up with everything that is new on the market, because if I do, I want it, and not always a good thing for my pocket. So yeah. And as I said, this is really a quick and easy way to do a card. Almost looks as like it's hanging in the air, but it's still, it looks really nice. Then for the second one, I was looking at some of the flowers I have, and you can really play around. I'm honestly not exactly sold yet. I'm leaning towards either one of these two, either to go with these ones. And this is, again, this is flowers that I've made with the using the coronation paper from Tim Holtz as well. There was a time when I did a lot of card making, so I had quite a bit of his collections, I should say, or stuff, something like that. Or I've looked through my metal ones and I found this flower, and I just put this little brad. It's actually two, and I've just put the one on top of each other, and then I've put the brad through. And I think I'm leaning towards this one, but then I was thinking, you know, what if I do a white flower underneath? I really, it's just, I don't know what to do, but I think I'm going to stick to this flower. But what I am going to do is I'm going to stamp thank you on here. And the reason why I've decided to do stamp thank you or stamp thank you is I always need thank you cards. That's the one card that I always need. So I'm just going to put that down there and make sure this one goes down properly. For the other one I didn't really care, but this one I wanted to do go, oh, and there the edge went around on there, oops, and it's a little bit skew, but that's fine. I just always think it's handmade. If you want to have a perfect one, you could have gone to the store. So the next step for this is I'm just going to use my handy dandy 450 glue, and it's a plain, simple, quick and easy card, and it looks very nice. You can actually use, you know what, now that I think about it, I think that would actually work better to put a glue dot on. I'm quickly going to grab one of my glue dots. Got my glue dot. Oh yeah, this is definitely going to work better. And there you go. And again, the same as what we did on the journal cover, you can come in and you can do little scribbles on here if you want to. I actually think I am going to do that just to fill up these empty spots here. That's personal. I'm just going to do little lines. Let's do little squares on this opening here. And just because there's little dots there, I can fit another one in there. Let's do triangles here. It really, and I mean, you don't have to do this if you feel that you would just like to keep it plain and simple. It looks like most of it is based on this side. What shall we do here? Well, let's go with another couple of squiggles in here. And there you go. All done. So we started off with a blank slate, and there was no gesso at the bottom or on the page itself. And all we did was we just run some washi tape through from, you know, different ends. And once everything was done, we add a thin layer of gesso. You also could have used plain white paint. You not necessarily need to use the gesso. I just always think that if I want to come in later with another medium, the gesso is there and there is some grip on the page for me to be able to do that. We've done exactly the same with this little card. It is a very minimalistic card. It's the washi tape. Went over with gesso, stamp the thank you, and add our little metal well, not metal embossed, just metal embellishment. It's just a metal flower. And then for the last one, exactly the same. We just did the washi tape. We didn't paint any paint or gesso over this. And just because it leans towards the Eiffel Tower there with Paris, I've just added a pewter Eiffel Tower. I could have embossed it. I could have polished it, patina it, or even used blackening on it. But I just want to show that sometimes, you know, we try and do a lot of things, but with doing quick cards, we can really make nice cards as well. And then I've added exactly the same to this one. I add the washi tape, painted it, stamp, and I've written on the back. So now I can add it. Oh, well, what happened to my little Rolodex? Now I can't even find it on my messy table. Oh, there it is. It's hiding under the journal. So now I can put this one onto my little Rolodex, and I'm starting, or I have another idea for next time. Thank you so much for spending time with me in the studio today. I hope you would enjoy doing something quick and easy like this as well. And until next time, always remember, the world of reality has its limits. The world of imagination is boundless.